I guess what I want to know is I want to know what regions are unobscured, but not just quite which ones are unobscured, which ones are unobscured or obscured by windows that I want to ignore, which is not quite the same. This actually might be kind of tricksy. It would be nice if I could get them in depth order, like actual visual depth order. Because if I get them in visual depth order, then I can just render them in that order. This sounds slow though. I would really like this feature though. That's the thing. So I need to figure out a way to make it work. I guess we are actually compositing windows now. So can we do this, like the first screen is what I'm most worried about. I think over time you'll get events from X telling you this window was raised or this window was mapped or whatever. And in response to those, it's pretty easy to do the compositing. You just draw it onto the screen, right? You just keep your backing store and you just draw this over the top of it. If it's a window that you want to capture, otherwise you just ignore it. So that part's pretty easy. The thing that I'm concerned about is the very start. And the previews, yeah, how are we even going to get them? Because that's the problem, right? It's a hidden window. Let's take a look. What are some of the requests we can send? I wonder if I can do this. I can do the circulation and then I can unmap the window. I think even if it's janky, I want this feature enough that I'm going to accept that it may be janky. And then hope that I can fix it. Fix it in post, as they say. But I think I want this feature enough that I will accept it being janky. But yes, the question is, what is the initial preview? All right. We're gonna query the tree. Let's start programming. Yeah, so we'll need this stuff. We'll need that stuff. I don't think we'll need the geometry. think we just need that stuff. Do I even need this? I don't know, but I'm grabbing it. So we'll take that. We'll take the attributes of the window. Oh, not quite. I still haven't decided how I'm going to handle errors. I presume at some point I'm going to do a like search replace for all the worn X's and like add it to a big error queue and then render them or something. But for now, yeah. Query tree. We have to give it a window. Can I get the root? I presume so. Or is that in the connect? I don't think it's in the connection object. Surely I did this, right? When I listed all the windows. Let's go down here. Let's skip up past this. Video devices. Sounds good to me. Yep, set up roots iterator. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this. Am I going to do this every time? Every frame? That's nuts. That is, as they say, bonkers. We're doing this once on setup, I think. And I think the tagged windows are the ones that I want to render. Yeah, no, that's how I'm doing it. No, I'm not doing this every frame. That is nuts. So we're going to go windows, number of windows. We're going to get rid of that. Yes. We're going to go char tag new. And yeah, if you swap the tag from include to exclude, I'm going to need a store UI state for this. Quite a bit of it, actually. But if you swap the tag from include to exclude, I think it makes sense to just recompute all this stuff. I don't think... Yeah, I think it makes sense to just recompute this. Okay, so we're leaving that as it is. What we're gonna do is here. This is AV registered devices, and here we're gonna go else X. I guess we'll go probe for X windows or something like that. Yeah, and we want to do that. Okay, take that. We'll put that here. Void probe for X windows, void. Yeah. If X context con equals null, we'll do a return. Do we want to return? One X attempt attempted to probe. I think this is an internal error. Attempted to probe for X11 windows without connection. And I think this is like 1. No, I think it's just that. Maybe. Damn. Couldn't probe for X11 Windows without connection. Very good. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to go through all screens. That's another thing. If you have multiple screens, which I don't, so I can't test this, which is going to be a problem. Because I think that's a pretty important feature to eventually have. But how would I do it? I think I want windows, and I think I want screens to be maybe handled similarly. Like in the same little drop down, you have a break where you have screens, or maybe, yeah, have a break where you have screens and you have windows. And so you can have a dead screen. So a window needs to be tagged as both visible on this screen. Yeah, it needs to be on both a visible screen and it needs to be a visible window. I think that's what I want. So probably here. Screen. Guess so. It's strictly not, but it's fine. I think the top 3 bits even are guaranteed to be 0, so it's definitely not a size T, but whatever. Because I don't think we want to associate windows to screens. I think we want to allow people to move them across. But I think it's more important to have a dead screen where you can hide all the stuff that you don't want recorded. I think that makes more sense. I wonder, how would we do it with 2 screens recorded? Because I think it makes sense to support that. You know what? I think it makes sense to support that, but as separate X11 contexts. I think that's where it makes sense to have 2 of them. I think. No, I don't think that makes sense because you want the windows to be shared. But I think it makes sense that you maybe want them to separate locations. No. Yes? No? That's a hard one because I want them to be separate video output streams and then to be combined in kind of arbitrary ways. So even though they come, I think it makes sense for them to be from the same X11 context. But I think I want them to go to different video output streams. So, okay, maybe like to do for video encoding, make multiple screens separate streams which can be combined in arbitrary ways. I think that's what I want, but do I need to make any major changes? I think the answer is no. I think what we have here is sufficient.